Well, I believe the media can sometimes be ridiculous. And this quote is nothing short of ridiculous. Shout out to the great Stephen A. Smith. If you're a longtime follower of this platform, y'all know I tell y'all the story about how I did breakfast with Stephen A. Smith when I worked at ESPN. I have the ultimate respect for Stephen A. and his accomplishments as a reporter in his career. Now, Stephen A. Smith, the television personality, sometimes throws me off. And this comment he made about Devin Booker the other day was absolute ludicrous to me. I want to read this, guys, to you, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Devin Booker is the next Kobe Bryant. I'm saying it on national television. Devin Booker is the next Kobe. It is official in his first playoff appearance, and the brother is dropping the number one option, and he's averaging over 28 points. He's the number one option. He dropped 40 points and a triple-double in the first game on the conference final stage. Yeah, man, look. Like I said, I got mad love for Stephen A. Smith. He's fallen victim over there at First Take with the clickbaits for the headlines. He gets it. It's more important to get clicks than it is to be honest with self nowadays, and I get it. I played the game before. I understand the game. I have to play the game again to get where I'm going or want to go. Devin Booker is not the next Kobe Bryant. And y'all know I'm not the biggest Devin Booker fan, and y'all know I was the biggest Kobe fan. So the fact that also the fact that a reporter that I've had the ultimate respect for is combining or trying to link these people together is ridiculous to me. No disrespect to Devin Booker. Incredible score. Incredible score. But he ain't in the same ballpark of Kobe Bryant. And I got multiple reasons why. I could give you all of them if y'all want me to. I'll try to be as lighthearted as possible. The obvious to me is Devin Booker, as great as he is offensively, he's nowhere near the defender that Kobe Bryant was in his heyday. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. You cannot put Devin Booker on your opposing team's best player and expect him to get you a stop at no point in a basketball game. You do realize Kobe was going out and giving you 25, 28, 30 a night and going out and making life for the Tracy McGrady's, the Allen Iversons of the world absolutely as difficult as it can be. Like, he had to do it on both ends of the court, not just offense. You do realize that Phoenix Suns team couldn't make the playoffs before Chris Paul got there. And there are going to be people who say Kobe after Shaq wasn't winning either. And by the way, you're right about that. But here's the reality. Kobe was already sitting on 3 rings at that point. It's a lot easier to deal with some losing when you already got 3 rings by the age of 25. We can't forget that. Like, come on now. Add to it. And to me, this is the biggest. Devin Booker is not the face of the league. Nowhere close to it. Like, if I asked a kid fan right now, name me his 10 favorite athletes in the NBA, I'm not so sure Devin Booker would make the cut. Maybe when I get to top 20, the kids will bring up Devin Booker somewhere between 10 and 20, maybe. Somewhere between 15. I'm talking about NBA players that just come to your mind. We probably hear LeBron. We'd hear Steph. We'd hear Giannis. We'd hear Durant. We'd hear Dame. I'm just off the top of my head. We hear Embiid. We'd hear, off the top of my head, I'm just thinking here, Chris Paul. Yeah. Trae Young maybe a little more popular than Devin Booker is right now at this point in his career. I can go on and on with the list. We'd hear Kyrie, obviously James Harden. Like, I ain't even really just got into my bag yet. Russell Westbrook. Like, all these guys are much more popular than Devin Booker. Is popularity everything? No. We hear Paul George. We hear Kawhi Leonard. We hear all these names to the common fan. before we even get in the realm of Devin Booker. Well, after like year 2 for Kobe, it was clear as day that he was one of the top 10 most popular athletes. He had to be a face of the league. It's one thing to not have the pressures of being a face of the league on your night in, night out. But Devin Booker ain't had that. Nowhere close to that, by the way. Nowhere close. So for anybody to even come in the realm of saying Devin Booker is the next Kobe, I think there's a lot of things that we need to consider here that you maybe took for granted. Devin Booker is a phenomenal offensive talent. But until proven otherwise, that's what he is. A phenomenal offensive talent that needed an all-time great point guard in Chris Paul to make a real run at this thing. Nothing's wrong with that, by the way. Nothing's wrong with that. But miss me with the conversation of Devin Booker being the next Kobe. I am so sick, and y'all were doing this before Kobe passed away. I am so sick at the disrespect to Kobe Bryant's legacy. And again, I'm a Kobe. Obviously, you can look behind me and see some of the Kobe Bryant. I have a whole Kobe area over there that's all in tribute to the late great Mamba, my favorite athlete. Obviously, I'm the Kobe Bryant fanatic. But the disrespect I've heard from some of the members in the media since Kobe Bryant has retired from the NBA and I obviously passed away, it's been ridiculous. Like, y'all act like Kobe Bryant. You want me to be honest with y'all? Y'all treat Kobe Bryant like he was Grant Hill or Tracy McGrady. Y'all treat Kobe Bryant like it was a 3-year thing. Y'all don't treat him like he was one of the greatest of all time. And at one point in time, Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant was a real conversation. Who's better? That was real. Y'all don't treat it like that. And I've never understood that. Because y'all made y'all money on comparing Kobe to Mike when Kobe was in his prime, and y'all act like y'all forgot how y'all made y'all money at one point in time. Like, y'all act like Kobe wasn't the face of the league for at least a 5-year stretch. Miss me with Tim Duncan. Miss me with Kevin Garnett. The face of the league when Shaq left LA was Kobe Bean Bryant for years. I'd argue until his second championship, when after that run against the Celtics, then LeBron joined Miami, and I'd say from 2010 on, Bron was the face of the league. Not a moment before it. Tell guys, Devin Booker's the next Kobe. How easy do you believe it was to get to be Kobe Bryant? No disrespect the book, but sheesh, man. Y'all have to tone down the Kobe Bryant comparisons. For the record, I have not seen a player close to the level of Kobe Bean Bryant yet. I haven't seen it. I've seen Ben Simmons, who reminds me of Magic Johnson and who I thought would remind me of LeBron James. I've seen nothing comparable to Kobe since he passed away. Nothing.